So what do you guys think about this right here, right? So New York State Police Department of Transportation conducted Operations Hard Hat and gave out 69 tickets today. And so basically what they do is they go into a construction zone area and they dress like construction workers. And when someone speeds or does something on their cell phone, they follow them and then write them a ticket. Do you think that this is a great idea? Or do you think that this is pretty much entrapment, right? Mud Truckers, comment down below. Would love to hear from you guys. But they gave out 69 tickets today. What's going on, Mud Truckers? So a first life update. I will be at Travelers Oasis tomorrow. If you're watching this, that's Tuesday, April 22nd. They have this grand reveal where they're doing things for their big renovation from April 21st to April 26th and a ribbon cutting on Wednesday, April 23rd. But I'll be out there April 22nd from around 10 to 3 or 4 o'clock, just saying hi to truck drivers. So they're going to be doing a lot of giveaways, a lot of fun stuff. And, Ambess has me out here just showing love. So I just want to show love to all the truck drivers out there. And I hope I get to see you guys. So let's get into today's video and talk about all the current events that are happening. This is your one-stop shop of just all trucking current events that are happening in real time. So this happened last week in Arizona. A state trooper was doing some paperwork, and from this situation, a tire pops and just rolls his way, and he says, "Mother trucker." I might have to use that for all my intros, but what is the craziest thing you've seen this week?
Mother trucker.
Want to start with some accident reports that happened today. First off, lane of I-15 reopens north of Las Vegas Valley after a crash and fuel spill. Over 1,000 gallons was spilled. It kind of messed up everyone's morning. It said that the crash resulted in a fuel spill that shut down Interstate 15 north of Las Vegas Valley on Monday morning, but in the evening, Clark County officials reported that the freeway has been reopened. First responders found a tanker truck had collided with a disabled vehicle, resulting in a spill involving more than 1,000 gallons of fuel. Now, I had a lot of other truckers send me links to this. This was out in Indiana. It says all lanes I-65 north and south closed for a hazmat semi-fire. Avoid. Seek alternate route. Traffic will be diverted at exit 230 and exit 240. Now, they said that this happened at I-65 southbound 231 mile marker, 1 mile north of Demotte, exit 230. So I want to give you guys a major update on this scandal that happened in Massachusetts. So a former state trooper pleads guilty to conspiracy to falsify CDL test scores. So the situation at hand was Perry Mendez, 64, pleaded guilty as 1 count of conspiracy to falsify records, 3 counts of falsifying records, and 2 counts of making false statements. So basically the situation here is in January 2024, Mendez was charged in a 74 count indictment along with 5 others in an alleged conspiracy and related scheme. So what they say is that between May 2019 and January 2023, Mendez and others conspired to give automatic passing scores to at least 17 CDL applicants on their skills tests, regardless of whether they actually pass. So what they would say is they would go up to them and say, golden handshake, or for short, golden. And that's when they would know to pass this driver, even though they weren't supposed to pass. So they were taking a lot of bribe money. So the big problem with all this is, how much of this is going on, right? From a CDL school level where we've seen there have been some scandals there, to the state trooper level where they're passing these drivers that shouldn't pass, and so it's happening all across America. Do you think this is another big part of the system of why trucking is so bad? Because they're just passing people that shouldn't be truck drivers. So I thought this was some interesting data right here. Tell me what you guys think, because we're always looking at the state of trucking, right? According to ACT researchers, they say that in March of just last month, they sold over 16,500 semi trucks. And so as far as last year goes, as far as the same time, they are down 5.9%. So as of now, it still looks like people are buying less commercial vehicles than they did last year. So as always, I want to end this segment with answering an email from a mother trucker. So please email me and hopefully I can read your email. I'll always leave it anonymous, but it says here, I have not seen any information on this testing. 2024 register my truck with my company costs $35 per truck. I'm an owner operator, so I get charged. 2025 mandatory testing, not sure of what year trucks are qualified with no testing. I have a 2020 Peterbilt 579 X15. April, California contacted my company, not me. Mandatory testing, $150 per test. I just replaced my DPF filter. The next day I had to test. There are 3 results: approved, not approved, and insufficient data requiring my truck to reset 5 times. I tested 3 times in 2 days, driving 107 miles, receiving number 3 times. April, drove Illinois, Florida, Alabama, Florida, and Illinois. Tested number 4, insufficient. 21st April, 7th test, $150 per test. Finally passed. Another $35 California fee. Received the results. Received California certificate. What the hell? Only to find out later there's an opportunity to file a 5-day waiver that would have let me in Cali at least 2 weeks ago that nobody filed on behalf nor was offered. The talk is all about foreigners. Where the hell is the conversation about emission testing and putting this info out months ago when it started? Oh, by the way, in 6 months, we'll receive another notice to test mandatory 2 times a year in 2025. Mandatory 2 times a year, 2026, mandatory 4 times in 2027. What is going on with the FMCSA? California, Trump, even more money coming out of my pocket for a stock 2020 truck. Wow. So basically, California is putting this truck driver through a loop. He's an owner operator working for, leasing on with a company, it sounds like. And it's just crazy. They're just putting him through all these things. And it's just such a time suck, right? So my truckers tell me, are you going through this as well? I agree. This is just too much. I know the EPA is looking to fight a lot of this stuff, but my truckers, comment down below. Just want to put that out there. We've been making a lot of videos about foreigners and about English proficiency, to be exact. But this situation right here, this is putting truck drivers in a loop in California, and we want to bring this to people's attention.